Let's be real. Navigating a career in product management can be pretty tough. You've got demanding stakeholders, you're wrestling with complex problems, and there's that constant pressure to ship amazing products. You know, a great mentor, that's like the ultimate cheat code for leveling up, but finding one, it feels almost impossible. So today, we're gonna build a playbook that actually truly works.
We've all seen this, right? Maybe you've even sent a message like it, that cold, hopeful DM into the void. The truth is, this whole approach is just fundamentally broken. It puts all the pressure on the other person, and it just comes off as, well, transactional, not relational. And frankly, senior PMs get these kinds of asks all the time.
So, if that direct ask is basically dead on arrival, what does work? How do you actually get access to the wisdom of people who have been there, done that, and can help you dodge all the common pitfalls? Well, it takes a completely different approach, and we're going to break it down step by step.
Okay, first things first, let's really dig into what I call the broken mentorship model, just so we can understand why the old way just doesn't cut it anymore, especially in a field as fast-moving as product.
Just look at these common mistakes. That vague, "Hey, can I pick your brain?" message, or the hunt for that one single perfect mentor who's going to solve all your problems. These approaches fail because they ask for this huge, undefined commitment from a busy stranger, and they do it without showing you've done any work yourself.
And this brings us to a whole new way of thinking, a new mental model. I want you to forget searching for a single mentor. Instead, think about building your own personal board of directors. This isn't just one person. It's a small, curated network of advisors you can turn to for specific challenges.
This visualizes the shift perfectly. Over on the left, that's the old way, a high-pressure, all-or-nothing search for a unicorn. But on the right, you've got the board of directors model. It's flexible, it's diversified. You can have someone for strategy, another person for stakeholder management, and maybe a third for those deep technical conversations. It's so much lower pressure, and it evolves as your career does.
You know, this distinction is so critical. Your manager's job is tied to your performance. They believe in you because it helps them succeed, right? A mentor, on the other hand, they're your advocate. They champion you and open doors simply because they believe in your potential, totally independent of their own goals. That's the kind of person you want on your board.
Okay, so we've got the right mindset. Now, how do we actually find the right people for our board? Well, that's where the identification playbook comes in.
You're looking for people in what I like to call the career Goldilocks zone, about 5 to 15 years ahead of you. They're senior enough to have incredibly valuable wisdom, but they're not so far removed that their experience is out of touch with your current challenges. Look for people you genuinely admire, maybe someone with a shared background or university, and definitely those who have a reputation for being great collaborators.
Okay, you've identified a few potential board members. Now comes the most critical part. The approach. How you make the ask is everything. It will determine whether you start a real relationship or just get left on read.
You have to start with a genuine connection. Show them you've done your homework. Then, make a highly specific, time-bound ask. For example, instead of saying, "Can I pick your brain about product strategy?" you say, "Hi Sarah, I absolutely loved your talk on pricing. I'm currently framing a new proposal and would be so grateful for just 15 minutes of your advice on stakeholder buy-in." See the difference? It's specific, it's purposeful, and it's incredibly easy to say yes to. Getting that first yes is a huge win, but it's really just the beginning. The goal isn't a one-time chat. It's to build a relationship where they want to help you again. And the key to this is being memorable, for all the right reasons. At the heart of being memorable is this one idea. As one Google PM put it, credibility is the currency of a PM. When you show up prepared, when you ask smart questions, and when you respect their time, you build credibility. You're showing them that their advice won't just go to waste, and that makes them way more invested in your success. So how do you build that credibility? Okay, here's the single most powerful thing you can do. Follow through on their advice. And then, and this part is key, close the loop. A week later, send a short email. Share your progress, share the results. This one little step transforms the dynamic from a simple ask into a professional exchange, and it makes them want to help you again.
When you put all of these pieces together, the mindset shift, the smart outreach, and the relationship building, you unlock what is truly, and I'm not kidding here, a cheat code for your career.
Ultimately, it all comes down to this one simple truth. The quality of your career is directly proportional to the quality of the advice you get.
By building a personal board of directors, you are systematically and intentionally improving the quality of advice you receive. You're tapping into this diverse well of curated experience.
Look, this system works. It really does. But it only works if you take action. So think about it. Who is one person you admire, maybe 5 to 15 years ahead of you, that you could reach out to this week with a specific, purposeful ask? Who will be the first member of your board? Your next career level up really depends on that answer.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like.